below. I want you guys to notice something. How this video is I filmed way back when I first got a camera. Pretty neat video.
Hang on, guys. You're not gonna see me go out of the camera for a minute because I have to adjust my heat source.
There you go. This is the old starting scene. I found that video. You know, found that video.
Sorry about that, guys.
All right.
Hey, whoever's here.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome.
Look at the horns are in the camera.
Yes, they are.
That's pretty cool. Yes. Oh, we got them back here. There's one here. You guys see them here? There's one. And here's one right above my head. Boom, there's one. And all the horns, we got them all over it back here in the office.
We have to keep the heat fired up back here in our office. We have our...
Or the bar, office. We call it office bar.
Office
Depends
bar.
on what day of the week it is, what time it is, whether it's the bar, the office, or my tying bench. I mean, this thing is a solid piece of walnut.
For some reason, our heat in our whole house doesn't like to keep this room very warm, even though there are 2 heater vents in here. It don't seem to help.
Like it poopers out before it gets here, right?
So yeah, so we supplement the heat when we're hanging out back
Heat
here.
and Pure. No advertisement to Heat and Pure or anything like that.
No, it ain't even Eden Pure anymore. They went out of business, I think.
No shit.
It's some other random brand.
So we're here for the first week, first day. Not even the first week. The first week will be Monday, but anyway, we're here for the first day. We're not quite sure. We might shoot some video tomorrow. That'd be pretty cool, huh?
We might.
We might shoot some videos just for a ride to show you what kind of some of the scenery of the wild PA.
Lots of exciting stuff happening. We'll tell you in a little bit.
See, a lot of times if we drink here, you know, like, we might even happen tonight, which happens, you goes, hey, what's up?
Hey, Eric, not too much. We're just talking about the first day.
What a wild day. We got a lot of stories, so hey, you guys, if you're here watching the replay, you're just showing up, don't go anywhere. We got some pretty cool stuff to tell you that happened today. Pretty wild stuff, huh, honey?
Hey, everybody coming in. Welcome.
Hey, everybody.
Let us know how the music is. Let us know if it ain't too loud.
Yeah. Ignore the ads.
Yeah.
Your ads.
Yeah, definitely.
See, that's uncopyrighted music, so YouTube puts the ads in there. Now, right now, YouTube might get on my case because they put ads in their non-copyrighted music. And they'll say, whoa, you have ads in there. No, I don't. You do. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, so I'm not exactly
Hey,
sure.
there's Joe. I think, right?
Yep. Hey,
See, you guys so
what's
far
up?
away, man. I have a hard time seeing it. See, dude, you got it because of that, the hit. I don't know. You guys want to, you can do it. There's a join button on our channel.
Yep.
Or you can go to the first link below. Okay? Joe hit the join button a long time ago. And if you see his
Long
comments,
doorbells.
you see all that thing, how it's green, and that little red thing? That appears, the longer you go, the different one you get. And Joe's been here a long time.
Longbows.
Supporting this channel, so there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do what Joe did, hit the join
Oh my
button.
God, you're gonna beat my channel. You got 4 people here.
Well, it so amazes me, you guys. I got all these people, but she can go and say, hey, let's go, and my channel, and 5 people will be there without 5-minute warning. It's amazing.
Long bows and long rifles and
Yeah, man, we've been, you guys, I don't know if you guys are interested. A lot of you guys ain't going to be. Let me know in the replay, but I want to show you guys a lot more detail on not only the hunting aspect, but the fishing aspect.
Hey Joe, what's the temperature in California?
Oh my God, you guys.
The feels like temperature in my tree stand this morning was, I think, like 22 or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cold as shit this morning.
It was crazy.
So, and it wasn't even dark. It wasn't even time to really come out of the woods. And I came up and got her. I was like, come on, man.
It's definitely cold.
'Cause, you know why.
55 in Cali.
Nice. You'll know. The stories will let you know why we got out of the woods earlier, and
Oh, yeah.
how about we start this off with a big
Eric says it's a 19 in Ohio, and Joe says he's getting the cold air from Ohio.
right on. Who said it's what in Ohio? Because dude, you're
19.
about the same weather as us. Well, it
I
depends on how where you're
I
at
don't
in
even
the
know exactly what our temperature is right now. Usually our computer tells us,
You guys
but right now it's telling us feels colder.
in Ohio, do you get the mountain? We get this like it's crazy, guys. Like you'll be going up a road, right? And it'll be like not city. I'm not saying city. We're talking just like kind of boondocks to a lot of people. But then you come to like the wild. We call the wild, where it's like, yeah, you can't walk right. Just walk. You know, you can't. It's thick. It's crazy. It's jungle, right?
And
But
I
anyway,
imagine you get the cold, but Joe
But
gets.
anyway, hold on. Hold on a second. Do you guys ever get where the mountain, when you hit the mountain, how about it doesn't happen? Well, you'll have like an inch of snow. You hit that mountain, it's 6 inches instantly.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
nuts. Like there's actually like a line. Like I used to live in a cabin, right? For years, I lived in this cabin right along that line, right along where people lived, and the wilds. Like there was a cabin, right? And my boss in town, I'd say, "Dude, are we working today?" He'd be like, "What do you mean?" I'd be like, "Well, I got snow." And he'd be like, "Yeah, half an inch." I'd be like, "No, dude, like 6 inches." He'd be like, "Get out of here." I'd be like, "No." He'd come to my house, he'd have half an inch, all right? I hate to, half inch, and I'd have 6 inches, and he was less than, I think he was 2 miles away.
I can't open it. I don't know why.
It's nuts. That's how it is in PA, you know? The higher you get in elevation in the mountains here in PA, you can go up there and there's crazy snow. It's cool as heck, though. You get that there, dude?
Eric says they get lake effect, but it missed him by 30 miles this time.
Here's an example. Thanksgiving Day. Here, rain. We got to my sister's house, which is only a couple miles away, but her house is on the mountain. Mine's in the valley along the creek. Like, the creek's right there. I mean, right there, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. So, it's not in my backyard like it used to be because I moved a little bit further away, right? So,
Not very far away now. Come
yeah,
on,
not
guys.
far. And wait, we're moving again, and we're gonna be really, really far away.
Joe says he's at work.
Shout out, Joe.
We're going to be chirping on some jelly mints, live butter.
So anyway, me and Tracy have not been touching the water over there, right? So now it's going to be too cold, right? But, right, I said to Tracy, I said, I'm going to go over and check out the water. We went over there, it is so loaded with fish. There's trout everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh. Holy shit, Tracy. I said, it was loaded with fish. But now it just all of a sudden got too cold. That day I should have fished that day.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go down and look at it, but he was telling me all about it.
Oh my word, you guys. And some of them, the bigger ones, I mean there were some big ones. Some of them, they come in from the river and they spawn, like the brown trout spawn. Best you get them when it's pre-spawned. Once they hit these small creeks, I don't know if the steelhead do that. I don't know how people catch them if that's the case, but these browns, these big browns, they hit the smaller water, and you only got a day or 2 days, and they go to spawn, and they won't touch shit. They ain't eat nothing. Let's get a big carp and stuff in the middle of summer and stuff come up these small waters from the river, because the river's only, what, a half a mile away at the most, and the confluence to the white deer.
The dab rig was not clear, guys, so I didn't do my dab. Go ahead and Go ahead and hit that.
Oh yeah. So if you let it cool, but see, here's the thing. Dab advice along with hunting advice. All right. So we get it. We try and cool the temperature down, so you can get a good taste on the dab. But if you let it cool down a lot of times, and the dab is a little too big, it'll cool down, and you won't get it all. Next time you heat it up, you got leftover dabs.
Yeah.
And you don't want to mix that with a fresh dab because it kind of tastes.
Yeah, it makes your new dabs taste like crap.
Yeah. What do you want?
So, anyway, that's why I didn't put the fresh dabs on that. I would check it out and make sure before you put your new stuff on. You know.
Can you see that? Can anybody see this? I don't know if you can see it or not, but see there's a ball right here? Can you see that?
Yeah, I think they can see it.
See,
Yeah,
right
we can see it.
Okay. That right in here, below that ball.
Watch out, here comes the cat. Lay down here, Ripple.
We got to get her back. She got her to lay under the shelf the other day, and that's when you get.
Yeah, I have to work on it. But no.
All right. So right under that ball is a little thing, and then it goes down in. Right. There's a ball here. It's like 2 different compartments. That'll fill up with smoke, letting you know there's left over. And so that's what she's seen. She's seen this start to smell up the smoke.
Yeah.
Or it leaks out around the ball. But if you guys do dabs and you're at my channel or her channel, I recommend what do they call it, a slurp? I don't know if it's a turp slurp or
yes,
I think that's what we call it. I'm not sure. I don't know if either of us are really sure, but so we don't quote us on shit like that. I try not to do that. There's a lot of people that will say that they want to sound like they know what they're talking about, and they're wrong a lot of times. I noticed that over my lot of years of fly fishing experience, somebody will try and say to me, well, don't you know? And I'm like, no, that's new information and it's not correct.
You are just going to get burnt. You have to stay away from the
here we go. A lot of people say, and I did too, until I stopped. I had another person say to me, stop and think about how you fished. And I did, and I was like, okay, I'm wrong. I'm not. So I used to say high sticking and urine nymphing is the same thing, and it's not, because I didn't think about it. And I was like, because I went back, and I was taught by Joe Humphreys, and so, all the people in our area was taught by Joe Humphreys. So that means even if you didn't have him, I did. A couple times at some of the Child Unlimited things and shows and stuff, we talked about that. But anyway, so even though if you weren't taught by him, you were taught by him because of the techniques and people, that's what we learned, in this area from him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And that is not the same as urine. High sticking isn't, because high sticking is actually getting that fly to stay in that strike in here, not using the tip of the rod or to get to that strike in. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, you take a really heavy point fly, and then you have like maybe less weighted flies or weightless flies behind in a Euro rig. Okay? So you have your point fly, your Euro nymphing rig, your tragic rig with the hook upside down first, the heaviest bead. That's your point fly, and that's what you're staying close to or tight to when you're tight line nymphing. Got it?
Got it.
Meaning of tight line nymphing. And you got flies, maybe I do 2 behind it, weightless flies that stay in the same level. So you're taking your rod and going up and down to control how deep you are in the water column. Got me? Where if you're high stick nymphing, you're throwing the flies out. A lot of times, guys, to tell you the truth, I seen, and even Colin, who's younger than me, has seen the birth of the bead head. I don't know how long you guys been fishing, but when I started tying nymphs, there was no bead heads. It was all using of natural things, which I still got a lot that I want to teach you guys. But, so what we did in working with the boat channels, and this, you guys might like this, I don't know, it might bore you, is so that I could separate the fly fishing, because they weren't doing as well. People want to learn here, kind of, unless it's this, then you guys just want to party and hang out. Cheers.
Cheers. And
sometimes you guys want to see. But that's why I did that nymph thing. You guys really didn't, I didn't get no more, I got actually kind of less, I think. I have to go back and look at it, the analytics. But none of you guys are here for the live streams, you aren't. But all my videos, you guys like the technical. You like to learn how to tie. You guys learn how to do anything. You don't like the fishing on my channel. But you really like the fishing on TRACYS. So this is all we had to learn all this. So that's why we went outdoor here, so I could teach more. So you're going to get more, that whole thing I just told you. How did you're an effing, what I use as a strike indicator. I didn't teach you all that yet, because I was working on the fly fishing, the tying, and the fishing. But
oh, there we go, guys. We got a temperature now for PA. It's 25.
Yeah, we're right below. You know, if you guys ever used the PC. And good news is very soon, very, very soon, actually, we are going to upgrade all this. I think I don't know if we're going to have to upgrade the monitor or not. I haven't figured that one out yet. I don't know. I think I will. If any of you guys know a little more than I do, I don't know. I think I will. But we're going to get a new PC. We have to. Because this won't, right now, everything we can go 4K. You know, except for this. But it'll still make it look better, but 4K for the GoPros, 4K for all that.
Right.
And we'll be able to make it all our videos 4K, so you guys will really look beautiful. Wait till you see the videos.
Our editor is really carrying on out there, guys. I guess I better go get her.
You better go get her. She's having a fit.
She is out there having a fit.
Can you guys hear her?
I don't know if you guys can hear her or not, but she's out there going. She is carrying on.
Take your finger and move up and down on the music so that it don't, you know what I mean, don't go little.
I don't know what you mean.
On the phone over there, are you playing music? Just move it around a little bit so it don't, you know, yeah, that's it. I'll just that. Whoa. Right on.
We all
I like it, no. I like it better when you move it to. Yeah, we do. I'm gonna have to get Daisy a pedestal area, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna go more technical. We ain't gonna do the fishing. Or if you have to watch the fishing videos, so what we'll do is we'll tie here, and then I'll tell you, go see the videos of the flies being used, and then I'll be the tying videos will represent the flies will be being used on TRACYS channel, and that way we can
Move your bone.
play a boat channel. Go boogie days. Show them how boogie. What are you doing?
Show them how you dance. Say hello, everybody.
Say hello, long riders. They can't see her.
I know, I gotta move her over. Daddy has all his stuff in the way here. He has all his fly tying stuff here, so we gotta move her over. Alright, guys. Let's see here. Here she comes.
There you go. Good enough.
There she is. You gotta go down there in your spot.
Everybody's got to be in their spot, Ripple Peeners. Alright, now she's back. But yeah, man, you know. Oh, I do mine yet? I didn't do mine.
Bring baby face Daisy. There she is.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. So,
yes, there you are, sweetheart.
So, Tracy's doing her yearly "What bird are we buying next?" thing. I know I'm gonna have another bird before the end of the year. We didn't get one this year, did we?
No.
No.
Not yet.
She got 5 last time.
But
She likes to collect the birds.
But
once the cats are gone, we have no more cats. Which is really, you know why? I'm going to tell you another reason why is they don't consider birds pets. You know how it says no pets allowed? If you call up a company and say, well, I got birds, they're going to be like, no, they're not pets. Fish, birds. There's another one. I think they do mice, though. Some people consider mice because they might get out and chew shit apart. Or something. I think that mice might be one they do. I'm not sure. I think it might be mice in some places. But birds, they never consider them pet. When I had parrots forever, and I called when I first started getting apartments, and they're like, no, that's not a pet. I'm like, really? Come to the front door and let Daisy go on about Ripple. She'll be in there going, Ripple, and you'll be like, think there's a pet there.
Yeah, you might.
You'll change your mind whether she's a pet or not real quick.
Yep. Every day when we come home, she calls for our cat Ripple.
Yeah.
You can hear her as soon as we pull in the driveway. She turns on Ripple. Ripple did this and Ripple did that.
I come home at lunch. It's not only like my job's like, what, 5 minutes away?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I come home at lunch and one of the parakeets we have, the ones of the 5 we just bought, is so loud. When I get out of the vehicle, I can hear her out there, just yelling. It's like, damn.
They know the sounds of the vehicle, and as soon as they pull up, they all start.
But oh, it's rifle season now.
It is rifle season.
Don't smoke and carry a gun.
Do not. Save that for afterwards.
Right. And most of all this stuff we smoke is legal in all 50 states, so there's that too.
Definitely.
Alright. We in Pennsylvania, in drug news, if you're in the state, well, you guys are all over for now. State of Pennsylvania, we have somebody that is fighting a lot of their rights and marijuana cards. Pretty cool. Anyway, that's enough of that on my channel. Fast Evolve us.
Anyway.
So, you want to say any? You want to tell how? I don't know the beginning of your story. You have to start it. Because I didn't see anything.
Well, this morning, we pulled up in the hopes to get into our tree stand before it gets dark.
Daylight.
Or sorry, yeah, before it gets daylight. I have a father-in-law who insists, he didn't used to, but he insists that you need to wait to go out to your tree stand till it's broad daylight. He calls me up last night and says, make sure you and Donnie don't go in your tree stand before it gets daylight. I want you to wait till it gets daylight so you can chase all them deer out to me. Now he knows darn well that's not how it works out. So my story starts out, I forget all my...
Alright, can I interrupt for a second? Can you remember where you're at in the story?
Yeah.
Can I interrupt for just a second? So what happens is, if you go into daylight, our tree stands, we have the woods split in half. There's a trail that runs right down the middle of the woods. Below that trail is really thick and not so thick above me. But where Tracy's at, and Tracy's tree stand, we call it Tracy's, there's really thick below her, really thick above her. So when she's walking to her tree stand, if she waits till daylight, they have already come up out of the fields in her hat. They're standing usually on that road, right? So she would chase them out of the woods. They'd be gone.
Yeah, I'm chasing them out.
He said that a lot, and what happens is we chase them out. We did it already in archery season, and it takes them weeks to come back or days to come back. Depends. Sometimes it depends how bad you scared them or what, how bad the deer react to what being scared. Tracy and me seen them already get scared this year by a car driving down a road, and they get scared and run off, and so that's why we don't do it. But you don't argue with your elder. You just go, yes, Dad, I will, and just do what you want. Better ask for forgiveness than permission, I always say. But
so anyway, my story starts out. we're trying to get to our tree stand before daylight. And I try to remember all my shit before I leave the house. And I'm carrying all kinds of stuff out, you know. We're loading all kinds of stuff out in the truck. And Johnny says, come on, hurry up! You're not going to get to your stand before it gets daylight. So I run out of the house, forgetting all kinds of shit.
And by the way, we get there and had plenty of time.
We got there and, well, no wait, we get there.
Oh wait, we thought we had.
We got there and we're sitting there and we're smoking one, you know, because you have to get nice and toasted before you know, we're just sitting there hanging out. We're just hanging out and I just realized, oh man, I ran out in a hurry and I'm thinking, wow, I wonder if I might need a battery for my pump. I have diabetes and my insulin pump relies on a battery and I don't have one in the truck. And it's in yellow. I'm thinking it might be alright. So I'm going to hang out here and, you know, we're going to sip on some more coffee. It's not daylight yet. It's going to be alright.
Smoke some terps.
It'll be alright. And next thing you know, beep, 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 beep. Low battery.
No, I say that's not right. You smoke some CBD. Like I said, if you're going to go out hunting and you want to relax and have that enjoyable smoke CBD.
Yeah.
That's what we do. When we say terps, it could be CBD. We just don't want to say it's Delta 8, CBD, or it's THC9, or it's just to cover them all.
So anyway.
We smoked CBD in the car so that we could hunt and not be out of our mind and, you know, be dangerous to people.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
So then, Donnie says, you blew it now, because now we have to leave and go for a battery. You're never going to make it out to your stand before daylight. My brother-in-law is going to be out there, and he's going to shoot all the deer, and Dad's going to be out there, and you're going to blow it. And that's it. You're going to be done. You're going to blow it.
But now we thought we had to come home. We're not 5 minutes from home.
Yeah.
So we were ways away from home.
First I say, let's go to Dad's. And mind you, they're still at the house.
So look.
Halfway in
now
bed.
Now wait. Oh, whoa. We could have went Dad's 1 minute away. We could almost walk down to the house and say, Dad, do you have a battery?
He was halfway in bed yet.
But remember what he said? Don't go in the woods till daylight. We know what would happen. Why don't you just wait here? Why wait here? I told you not to go in the woods today. Where you going?
Come on, let's go, buddy.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked. We wouldn't have been in the woods today.
Alright, Donnie said, alright, we're going to have to go all the way home and get a battery. No. Go to Sunoco. Sunoco's closer. So we go to Sunoco and get a battery. And we hurry our way back up to our spot. We get to our spot. It's still dark down at Dad's house. The brother-in-law still hasn't shown up. I make it to my tree stand, nice and slowly, and it's still not daylight. He makes it to his tree stand, and I get up in my tree stand, and I wasn't up there more than maybe 5 or 10 minutes before I hear, you know, kind of rustling going on down below me. I'm thinking, okay, I'm not sure if it's squirrel or what it is. It's just getting daylight, and I'm facing the opposite direction, of course, because Donnie says, the deer don't come out down here in the morning, they come out back here. Liar, liar, pants on fire. He says, you do not sit in that tree stand this way, you want to be looking this way. So that's the way I was looking. Of course,
no, you know what? The way I sat in it, though, was the way I told you, is sitting in it looking down the way where your deer were, and then looking this way. So turn around the opposite way and putting all the thick stuff behind you, and you would have been looking. I usually look down the trail because you say that's where they always come from lately.
Oh, Eric, they do. That's right. That's where we're going wrong.
What?
We're not putting our apples in our pockets.
Oh, yes.
That's where we're going wrong.
Was that what he just said?
He said deer like apples. I said that's where we're
Oh,
going
no,
wrong.
that's my dad. Oh, my God, Aaron, that's so funny. Because my dad's been doing that since I was a little kid. He said, you get more deer if you put an apple in your pocket. And I swear to God. You know what ours is? There's a song called Whitetail Ridge. Check it out. Look it up. Whitetail Ridge. We, swear to God, watched it one time I shot my buck. We watched it this morning, and here we go. Stories are coming. Go ahead.
All right, so here we go. I'm sitting in my tree stand looking the wrong way, and I hear this rustling, and this rustling coming up behind me. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm facing the wrong way, and here come the deer all coming up behind me. And I slowly turn around and look up down the trail behind me. Here stand 3 deer. I'm standing this way with my gun. And they're all fucking staring at me. I think, great! I'm never gonna hit any of these deer. They're all staring at me. They're just looking at me. And so I slowly, alright. They finally, you know, they all look a different direction. I slowly turn away around that direction and I shoot at the biggest one. I dropped it where it stood. And we all hung it. And, you know, Donnie, I could see him from my stand. So I was able to signal him that I shot a deer. We kind of hung out for a while, and it was freezing cold. So we went down to the truck to warm up. And then we went and went to pick up my deer. And while we were picking...
So, okay, so we're going to explain, I'm going to explain something to you here, a little bit more, okay? Tracy kinds of narrows things, don't want to tell you all details. I'm going to tell you a little more details, a little bit, story more, okay? So Tracy's tree stands here, trail comes down the middle of the woods. There's also, because of the farmers farm all of the farm, right? Okay? There's also trails or roads kind of like go down along the edge of the fields, so they can run the tractors there and don't have to run it through the corn or whatever. So there's road. So I drive the truck, right? We're gonna go down the middle of the road, which I dang wish we would have. We was gonna drive down the middle of the woods, but there was a little limb, kind of a limb that fell off a tree,
right,
hanging right in the middle of the thing. By vines. You know them vines that hang out trees? Maybe your state don't have them.
Plus, we were also trying not to disturb the brother-in-law's hunt who was up there.
Yeah, and my dad's who's out in the field. See, my dad gets to hunt off his four-wheeler or whatever he wants because he's handicapped.
Yeah, he can sit.
His old age,
he can sit in his golf cart, sit in his truck. He can.
Yeah, but.
Do what he wants, you know. It's cool.
Anyway, go ahead. So, I drove down there to park out. We have a deer plot. That means it's just food that the deer like to eat, and it's like clover and alfalfa.
Yeah. Anyway,
so we parked there so I can. Anyway,
we're going up there to pick up the doe. I said, I shot the biggest one of the 3, and Donnie says, we better take the gun with. One of us better take a loaded gun. So, you know, I took mine with. And you know, we're walking up there and we're just getting off the path. And we just get up to the end of the path and we start heading down to where my deer is. And I start hearing a rustling sound. And needless to say, there's 2 big bucks running up in the brush. I couldn't get a shot at him. I would more years of experience though, guys. There's a big difference between me and her. Couple years experience. Nice big buck.
38 some again. As long as I've been fly fishing, I've been way longer hunting. I didn't start fly fishing, I think, what did I say, 13, 14? Something like that. 13, 14, I've been hunting since I was, 8?
Yeah,
I did monitor youth hunt, then I went into my first year, I think it's 12, and killed my first buck at 12, and you know what I'm saying, guys? So I have a lot of years, all them years, been taught by a lot of people and uncles and cousins, and so she didn't have this. But what I would have done is we were on a road that goes right through the middle of the woods. They were up in that thick, so I said behind her and in front of her, right in front of her tree stand. She'd be you guys, you don't want Tracy shooting at you.
No.
Tracy has a box of
My
shells.
comment was, he got me out of the tree stand too early.
Yes. Yes, I did. See, if I would have waited maybe a little bit longer, but
I would have got a shot at them.
that buck might have. And remember what I said? We were going to go down the middle of the woods, right? So, okay, she skipped a couple details. So, there's a trail that goes down the woods, and our truck's at the end of the woods. When we were walking back to the truck, remember she said went back to the truck to hang out and get warm? When we went back to the truck, there was a shot fired. Okay?
I didn't get to that yet.
Yes, you did, because you already said you chased the buck out. You missed all that detail.
No, I was going to tell him about that yet, but go ahead.
You're supposed to say that way before you chase the buck out. Anyway, there was a shot fired when we got in the truck. And here was my brother-in-law in a tree stand way up on this corner of the property. And then Buck had run down and out to where her deer was. You know, because it's like, it was up here, and there's a trail goes in here. And we came up from the field here onto that trail. Right? And they had run down here. So, right, if she would have ran down the road quick enough, there's a bank that goes up like this where they ran up to him, she would have seen him going up over the bank, and she could have used open sight and dropped him going up through the brush.
That wouldn't have worked. They were going too fast. No way.
We don't know. But anyway.
I do know.
But anyway, if that branch wouldn't have been there, we'd have came straight through the woods and would have walked up through the fields. We'd have came straight down over the hill. We'd have peeked that hill. We'd have seen them buck down in the valley and stopped. And she could have got right out of the truck and shot. You know, because we're in the middle of the woods. Our own private property. No road. Well, it is a path. If you want to call that. It's a golf cart path. It's big enough we can get our vehicles in, but you can't hardly turn around. So you got to go all the way out.
So,
right? So, she could have easily got out of the truck with the gun and seen them bucks standing there and dropped one of them. Easy. But, since that branch was there, I said, well, why don't we just leave it there so we don't disturb, make a bunch of noise, chase the deer all over the place. We got him up here hunting, you know, and we got him down in the field hunting, right? And so that's what happened. We don't know if we chased him up to him in the corner when we walked out till he sit in the car to get warm.
Hard to say.
Who knows? But
it was freezing.
Too nice buck. But it was freezing. So she went back up to where he was when so he missed it. The two buck. There was two of them because they're so rut. You know, when they get in that rut and they get in that state of mind, all they want to do is fuck. You know what I mean? If they get in that state of mind, they'll chase each other around. They'll just chase each other around till they find doe just to get them out. It's just like, you know, a salmon chasing like a fly because it's just chasing a fly away from its nest or whatever it's doing just to get away. That's what a buck will do to each other. They chase each other off their breeding grounds. And so these two buck were just chasing each other around like mad, you know. And if she would have stayed in a tree stand a little bit longer, but you have to understand that I knew in my tree stand the excitement when you shoot a deer is how big is it? Does it have horns? Did I not miss the horns? Everything goes through your head when you drop it, you know, and you're like, wow. And I know that you know, we sat in the tree stand for a long time after she shot that deer, and I was like, I know it's bothering her, so I'll just go see it, and go get it out. You know what I mean? Know that I think that half an hour later, you know, but
that's the name of the game of hunting.
But listen. We just said that if we were sat in our tree stands longer, she might have got a shot at a buck. But if we would have sat in our tree stands longer, we might not have chased the deer out to him. We would have never shot at the deer. We would have never came back down and stood by her deer, and we never chased it back up to him when he didn't get the second shot or seen him at all.
Yeah. So, it's really hard
all
to say.
that guy, you don't know what happened. You say, well, if I had chased my tree stand longer, I might have got a shot at the buck. But you might have not chased him out to the first place and chased him back down. You know, they might have got away. They might have snuck out around him, and he never seen them. And when we walked out, we chased them because there's brush everywhere, guys.
You know
and
what?
then it's like, 50 yards to another pile of brush, so they could have boogied out, and he would have never seen them because they could have came out.
Maybe so, but it might not have been us that chased them out. It's hard to say.
Yeah, you got that too.
Lots of circumstances. It's really hard to say. Daisy, they're talking to you. Joe is saying, Daisy.
Daisy. Joe said, Daisy.
Over there, looking over there at the camera.
But the neighbors weren't out. So, we got that. So, yeah, you know what I just thought? I don't know if it would be... Wow. I don't know if it would be better just to go out. If them two boys are chasing each other around, maybe it'd just be better to go out and sit in the truck.
I don't know.
In the valley, instead of going for a mountain run.
Yeah, Dad will be in the valley. How you gonna do that?
He said he ain't going out on Sundays.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'll believe that when he's seen it. That's before he knew all those buck were out there running around.
It's so funny, guys. I seen a deer every day I went out. So at the beginning of archery season, I called my dad.
Mind you, guys, he is 88 years old. 88.
I'm going to give you guys an idea. To sell it legally in a gas station, whatever, they got to separate all the terps. You can just put them back together. Delta 8, Delta 9, Type 10, what all that. Back together and pull it up after you do a salad. Salad the terp. Or, if you're allowed to smoke, I do it just because I want to smoke a J once in a while. The medicine you can do in this or whatever, But anyway, go ahead.
What?
So we did cover the whole story?
I think we did.
Look, I ain't busting on anybody, but now I'm going to go into my story. Okay. So when I asked why my brother-in-law missed 2 buck, and he didn't even know there was a second one. She said they're pretty identical. Tracy said they're big. He said, well, no, they're not that big.
John, take more hits. Not as hard. You're hurting your lungs.
You gotta stay away from the fucking joint shit. Every time you guys know what it is? I really like the joints when I'm drinking because I think it's a little back missing the cigarettes. No, I don't like them as much when I'm not. But when I'm drinking, I like the joints because I think it gets me over my secret miss for cigarettes. I quit smoking because I kind of had to, so.
Yeah, when we quit smoking with hemp. It was like a hemp cigarette.
Yeah, it was like a CBD cigarette. Because it didn't get you buzzed. But it didn't have no nicotine in it. So we weren't have to get back over the nicotine buzz. Now people say there's a lot positive of not smoking but taking nicotine. Like some people chew on the gum or something who don't never smoked before just for, I guess, the relaxing buzz. I was afraid you'd get back on the cigarettes or something. I don't know.
Joe said Daisy wants to hear Pretty Woman.
We can't do. Oh, we gotta put music. We can't do that, Joe.
We can't do. Yeah, when we play regular music, they automatically shut it off and nobody gets to watch it.
Yeah, they
didn't used to.
So what happened? Okay, before I don't know if you guys got how many of you guys. Probably some of you guys watched them in replays and seen this
Probably.
happen. They shut the music off.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they shut the music off, you can't hear us either. You're watching the replay.
Yeah.
Some of them, they'll shut us off, and that's why we get low view. And I'm sure some of you guys are like, yeah, I've had that. I didn't know what was going on. So that's what happens if we play like Leonard Skinner for you, okay, or anything like that. From now, they don't shut our channel down. They don't even demonetize me because these videos aren't monetized.
No.
I click the non-monetization. YouTube, we're not getting any money from YouTube for these videos. And if there's ads in them, we're not getting money for it. Right? So.
Right.
What the hell was I forget. I was having a... Anyway.
You're going on about YouTube and their ads.
I got that.
Oh.
But I was getting the first point.
Sorry.
Anyway. Yeah, I forget what the whole point was. Why did we start with that?
Why we can't play Pretty Woman.
Oh, yeah. That's what I forgot. Whew. Lost a moment there. Anyway. So what they do now is they will just shut it off. Like, you won't be able to see it. After a while, the video won't be available.
Nope.
And some people that go and watch it in replays, be like, Donnie didn't do one Saturday.
Yeah.
Or Tracy didn't do one Saturday.
Nope.
And it really happened on hers.
Oh,
more
yeah.
than here, right?
Yeah, I noticed it on mine.
Hers was real bad. Like, they just won't put... Because they're looking for any reason to shut down the weed content.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're gonna. That's something I'm just trying to. We're not separating it, but if you're gonna see the medicated part of everything, you're gonna have to go there. This is all gonna become all stuff you can get off 50 state. Delta 9, Delta 8, Trippy Turp shit. You know, everything's gonna be that way here. None of that. None of the medicated stuff will be here. You know, you got me, right? And then if you're going to see all the medicated stuff, the real stuff, with Medicard, and you have to get that to get it, and all that PAs, strain reviews, is all going to be over there. Let me separate it again. What's it say? I can't. Saturday's show last week. Oh. I missed the Saturday show last week.
And missed the Saturday show last week.
There was a lot of people at the Friday and nobody showed up Saturday.
Yeah,
it's weird we did them really short, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. But that's okay. Stuff happens. We understand everybody has busy lives and stuff's happening. Especially now the holiday time's coming. They're hanging out with families and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Before it's time to transfer. It always seems to come up on us like that. Everybody want to go over there then? Just ask him. So I know ahead of time.
We're going to my channel. Let us know. Comment down below.
Not yet, but I'm just knowing when I end
Yeah,
this.
just let us know in advance so we can prepare. What do you think, Daisy? Are we going to my channel? What does the editor think?
That took her about 2 seconds.
Yeah, it took her 2 seconds. She says, yeah. Daisy wants to go. What about anybody else?
She's yelling at me again.
There's Ripple sneezing.
Dude, up to the GoPro.
Oh my gosh, here's Ripple. Ripple wants to go.
We got a really...
Ripple says, let's go!
If you guys, anybody watching this in the replay, watching this, go check out Tracy's channel. We got some really cool video coming real soon, like real soon. We are going to do... We're going to try and do almost 30, one every day. Almost one every day. I'm going to try.
Joe has
as many as we
comment
can
for
this
you.
month. Record amount on Chinese. What?
Joe says it's time for you to design a mouse SOB top water.
Right. Alright. A mouse, though.
A mouse SOB top water.
Mouse. Wow. How do we do that? I don't know. Let me look it up. Let me see if I can, like, pick my head,
Ripple,
pick other
you're
people's
biting
heads,
me. Go.
look at designs, and then create my own. That's how I kind of create. I kind of look around, you know, and I'm like, so, what is? We got this. I mentioned to my family about I mentioned the eye. Everybody went, oh my word. Anybody that's a fly fisherman goes, oh my gosh, such a genius idea. So we're going. I'm so excited. I wanted to try my family. Everybody says, run your business ideas and buy people that business. Everyone that we talk to has their own business. A lot of them are doctors, and they run their own practices. And they know, you know, and they're all fly fishermen, a lot of them. And they're like, wow, dude, that's
The
great.
majority, not all.
Yeah, and they were like, dude, that's killer. So, and the idea on this is what you're watching this platform is how we get donations for the channel is also tied into we can have our own store. Do the same thing.
Yeah.
Without going through YouTube. No YouTube, no Spotify, no. All through the live streaming service where you can just buy. And what we're going to do is I'm going to sell only, a lot of on here is only going to be because you can go to Orvis. Or if you guys really want them, I will have them available if you want them. Right? But mostly I want to stay with ones I tie. And ones I find more productive. Because the more research I do, the more flies I tie. The more research I do, the more production, I find, oh, this is really good at this time of the year. And that's what I'm going to offer here. It's a lot of my own designs, my own, all kinds of ideas. A lot of stuff I got to do, what I want to do, is I sit and I think, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. Then I got to go and research to make sure somebody else didn't do it. Because if I do, and I say, why call this fly, right, they're like, oh, well, even the white SOB, you know how many times people comment and said, well, that's the same as this fly, and it's not. Where, I think, what is it, I forget what it is. It's a slump buster that uses soft tackle. It uses wood duck, right? Feathers, and then you tie, something that is wood duck feather, and then you tie it Chanel. I think it's wood duck Chanel, wood duck Chanel, wood duck Chanel. That's not the same as marabou. It don't act the same in the water. So if it's not the exact same fly, it's not the same pattern. It's not going to act the same. The reason that the materials are changed, and I hate that. The worst thing I hate is when you introduce a new material and they're like, well, that's just a pheasant tail with a new material. Yeah, but does that new material change how the fly works?
Right.
Think about this. I was thinking about this the other day. Okay? They say, well, all you did is change the material on a fly. Well, somebody did that with the beadhead pheasant tail. You know that fly did not work near as good as it did after we added the bead. Once we added a bead to the pheasant tail, the effectiveness of that fly went up so much. Is it the fish just eating that some shiny in the water?
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? We don't really know. But when we added the bead, the effectiveness went up. Are you going to look at the guy that said, well, I added a bead to a pheasant tail? Well, you just added something to a pheasant tail. That was already somebody else's design. You didn't come up with nothing new. Yeah, he did. He caught a lot more fish. Whoever did it. We caught a lot more fish after we had that bead.
Yeah.
Trust me, we did. Another one that improved is the thorax, which I never showed you guys that, which is C. There you have it. More of that.
Joe said you should tie your mouse SOB with deer hair head and SOB body.
Spun deer hair head, right? SOB body. Gotcha. Now I get what you're saying. Right. Because you could, I got it. You could actually, wow, what you could do is build up a body, do the head with deer hair, spun, and cut. Right? And then you could leave little pieces of your deer hair out for your ears. What you do is I suck at cutting deer hair. Until I just found a guy, another tire, actually a pro tire. Who's his name? What is that guy? Jack or something like this.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but he's a pro tire, and he said, you got to use a razor blade to cut your deer hair. Because I was using scissors. And he said, no, you got to use razor blades to shave it, sculpt it. And so I haven't done it yet. Because I used to hate it. I love deer hair. I love it, right? But I haven't tried tying them any since I did that.
Joe says make a frog the same way.
The frog is saying, yeah. Yep, frog, yeah.
Make one the same way.
Oh, so yeah. Because so what I would say is you do the head, and then you could make a big fat body out of, I don't know, anything, and then wrap marabou around it like I do with the SOB, and then have marabou out the back for legs, and all that in the water would kind of do one, that would really add life to the fly. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm saying? Because we put the tail out the back of the marabou, and that gets really skinny. And when it's in the water, it kind of, you know what I mean? And then the top of the water it would do that. On the top of the water, it would have like a really wavy, froggy, but the cork would keep it floating. And yeah, dude, I think I could work with that. I think I could design something to that. You know, and then I got to tie it and then test it.
Right.
We want to try and work with a Pennsylvania company. Like if you go way back, there's a Pennsylvania company that was once, and all they did, all you had to be on my channel back then, right? Because I don't want to work with a lot of these people with like big deals, like
cork segments.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I just don't like foam. We have one that we bought that another tire guy. I said, "Why don't we try this?" You know, and the whole idea was to try them for dry droppers, and it was a foam body rubber leg, and it didn't take much to sink them. I mean, I'm sure they're really good, but they were like a stone fly, rubber body, hardly any hackle, and rubber legs. Well, you had a lot of rubber legs in there, and that's weight to make the fly sink.
Right.
All right, you know, and so you had a lot of rubber legs on there, right? And so as soon as you added any kind of nymph that had a bead on it, all right, you sunk it. So, and where you're going to fish a lot of stones are in fast-moving water. So, you know, slower water, you could just grasshopper it. You know, that's something else I want to try and do, is do a non-deer hair, well, non-head spun deer hair grasshopper that's deadly. And I don't like the CDC. Don't like CDC. It really is good material to add life, but hard to keep afloat. I mean, I never did like it that much. Never worked with it much. I tried a couple flies with it. And CDC caddises and stuff.
Gotcha, yeah.
I don't know.
Right on.
I was a big fan.
Got you. Are you talking to everybody again? I have to see where we're at within our time, honey. We're at 11:24. Grasshoppers. Daisy likes that.
Yeah.
Daisy, you like grasshoppers? What do you think?
Hopper dropper with a dropper hopper?
What do you think about a hopper dropper?
With a dropper hopper?
What do you think?
Right on, right on. I think we're getting like, yes, we are. So you guys, I think we're just with Joe. We did have Eric, right?
Yeah, I know where he went.
All right, guys, we're going over there. All right, Joe, you good with that, bro? You up for it? Give me a comment. We'll wait. Give me a comment, dude. You good for going over there to TRACYS? Yep. All right.
All right. We'll see you over there.
See you over there.
See you in
Just look for when it comes. We usually schedule it for a little bit later.
Daisy here needs.
Yeah, up all night. Nice, because you have to work.
Daisy here needs a snack. I have to take her for a snack. She's munching on my fingers. I think she's a little hungry.
All right. See you guys in a little bit.
We'll see you guys soon.
Yep.